So begin with the employed. I think this is what most of us grew up knowing. I mean, go to school, study hard, get good grades, you'll get a good job, and the job will take care of you. This is how many of us have been brought up. This is what our parents told us from the beginning. Now, eventually, after you've graduated, you get to realize that life is not as beautiful as you expected. You know why? Because somebody now determines your future. Somebody determines your income. Somebody determines what time you wake up, what time you go to sleep, how much money you earn at the end of the month, and all this. Now, as a result of being under the control of somebody, at least you know that this is not the best way that you can achieve your dreams. In fact, there's nobody who has ever become rich through employment. That you know, isn't it? So definitely employment is not the best. Now, when many people are tired of being employed, they switch to the S quadrant, which is the self-employed. What happens there? They start their own business, either salon, a barber shop, a clinic, a restaurant, whatever business you can think of. Most of these retail stores are actually self-employment opportunities. Now, as a self-employed person, the only difference you have created is that instead of somebody controlling you, now you have your own business controlling you. What do I mean? Assuming you had a restaurant and it's probably 7:30 p.m. or maybe 10 p.m. in the night, you're tired and you begin to shut down the door because you want to go home. But maybe you could be having some food in the fridge. And as you shut down the door, a couple of guys approach, maybe 5 of them, and they start asking, Sebo, is there food? Or you now made it? What do? Do you continue shutting down the door, or what do you do? I think you kind of lie about it and say, I was just trying to see if my door is working, isn't it? Now, in self-employment, this is what happens, that no matter how tired you are, you have to be there. No matter how sleepy you feel, you have to get out of bed and go to open that shop. You have to be there, because the longer you open the shop, the more money you make. But how many hours can you have your shop open? It's only 24 hours. It's only 24 hours that we have in a day. And you cannot operate 24 hours. So it literally means that even as a self-employed person, you have a limitation. So Robert talks about the better way of life, which is the right side of the quadrant. And that is the business ownership or the investor. What is business ownership? You have a system. So you have people that are working through a system. The system determines the growth of the business, and the system determines your paycheck. Your earning is not determined by how many hours you go to work. Your earning is determined by how fast or how efficient the system is. Now, of course, there are many people who have systems. The challenge is that it's quite expensive to set up a system. So for many people, it becomes an impossibility, because you might not have the monies that will buy you a good system. Otherwise, if you had one, I believe you could have, by now you'd be a different person, isn't it? So in the business ownership model, we realize that you are not working for a paycheck. You're working with a system, and the system pays you, which is a better way. It means you can go to sleep and you still make some money, isn't it? And after you have accumulated the good money, now you can cross down to the last quadrant, which is the investor side. The best one, of course, where you use money to make money. Now, being an investor definitely requires millions of dollars. It's not these small investment platforms of $10,000, $5,000, $2,000. You're not yet an investor. No, 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 no. Investors are people who own shares. You own shares in the bank. You buy shares in the oil company, refinery, whatever it is. Those are the people we call investors.